Leadership and power shape the way people think, act, and connect with others. Throughout history, psychologists have studied why some people naturally become leaders, how power changes behavior, and why humans are drawn to strong personalities. These psychology facts about leadership and power may completely change the way you see successful people, bosses, politicians, and even yourself. Fact number 1. Confidence is often more important than competence. Psychology studies show that people tend to follow individuals who appear confident, even when those individuals are not the most skilled person in the room. Humans naturally associate confidence with intelligence, strength, and certainty. This is why many leaders speak clearly and decisively, even when they are unsure. The brain often mistakes certainty for ability. Fact number 2. Power changes the brain. Researchers discovered that people in positions of power often become less sensitive to the emotions of others over time. Power can reduce empathy because powerful individuals focus more on goals, rewards, and control. This does not mean every leader becomes selfish, but it explains why some powerful people slowly disconnect from ordinary struggles. Fact number 3. People trust calm leaders during chaos. In stressful situations, humans instinctively look for emotional stability. A calm leader signals safety to the brain. When someone remains composed during danger or uncertainty, others are more likely to trust and follow them. Fear spreads quickly in groups, but calmness spreads too. Fact number 4. Body language creates authority before words do. Psychologists say people form first impressions within seconds. Strong posture, eye contact, slower movements, and controlled gestures make someone appear more powerful. Even before a leader speaks, the brain is already deciding whether that person seems trustworthy or dominant. Fact number 5. People obey authority more than they realize. One of the most famous psychology experiments showed that ordinary people were willing to follow authority figures even when it made them uncomfortable. Humans are deeply conditioned to respect leadership, rules, and hierarchy. This explains why uniforms, titles, and status symbols have such a strong psychological effect. Fact number 6. Great leaders make people feel important. Powerful leaders understand human emotions. Instead of constantly talking about themselves, they make others feel valued and heard. Psychology shows that people are more loyal to leaders who recognize their efforts and make them feel respected. Appreciation creates emotional connection. Fact number 7. Fear can control people faster than inspiration. Psychologically, fear activates survival instincts immediately. Leaders who use fear can gain quick obedience because the brain focuses on avoiding danger. However, leadership based entirely on fear usually destroys trust over time. People may obey fearful leaders temporarily, but they rarely admire them. Fact number 8. Charisma is partly learned. Many people believe charisma is something you are born with, but psychology suggests otherwise. Charismatic leaders often practice storytelling, emotional expression, humor, and active listening. These behaviors create emotional attraction. Charisma is less about perfection and more about making people feel emotionally engaged. Fact number 9. People naturally follow social proof. Humans tend to trust leaders who already have followers. When many people support someone, the brain assumes that person must be valuable or capable. This psychological effect explains why popularity often increases influence, even before real achievements are proven. Fact number 10. Power can increase risk-taking behavior. Studies show that powerful individuals are more likely to take risks because success gives the brain a stronger sense of control and optimism. This can lead to bold innovation, but it can also cause reckless decisions. Some leaders become overconfident and start believing they cannot fail. Fact number 11. Listening is one of the strongest leadership skills. Many people think leadership means speaking loudly and giving orders. In reality, psychology shows that effective leaders spend more time listening than talking. When leaders genuinely listen, people feel understood and respected. This builds trust, cooperation, and emotional loyalty. Fact number 12. Humans are attracted to decisive people. Even when decisions are difficult, people prefer leaders who act rather than hesitate endlessly. The brain dislikes uncertainty because uncertainty creates stress. Decisive leaders reduce anxiety by giving direction and structure. This is why strong decision-making often appears powerful. Fact number 13. Leaders influence emotions more than actions. Psychologists discovered that emotions spread through groups very quickly. A leader's mood can affect an entire team, classroom, company, or even a nation. Optimistic leaders can increase motivation, while angry or negative leaders can spread stress and fear. Emotional energy is contagious. Fact number 14. Humility increases long-term respect. Surprisingly, the most respected leaders are not always the most dominant ones. Psychology shows that humble leaders who admit mistakes are often trusted more. Humility makes leaders appear human and relatable. People admire strength, but they connect emotionally with honesty. Fact number 15. True power is self-control. One of the deepest psychological truths about leadership is that controlling yourself is harder than controlling others. Leaders who manage their emotions, impulses, and reactions are often the most effective. Anger, ego, and insecurity can destroy leadership quickly. Self-discipline creates lasting influence and respect. Leadership and power are not just about giving orders or being famous. They are deeply connected to human psychology, emotions, and behavior. Every leader influences the minds of others, whether positively or negatively. Some leaders inspire courage, trust, and unity, while others create fear and division. The fascinating part is that leadership is not limited to presidents, CEOs, or celebrities. Every person influences someone. A parent influences children, a teacher influences students, a friend influences friends. Even small actions can demonstrate leadership qualities. Psychology teaches us that true leadership is not about controlling people, it is about understanding human nature. The best leaders know how to stay calm under pressure, communicate clearly, listen carefully, and make others feel valued. Real power is not forcing people to follow you. Real power is inspiring them to want to follow you. The next time you see a powerful person, pay attention to more than their words. Watch their confidence, body language, emotional control, and the way people react around them. You may start noticing psychological patterns that were invisible before. And perhaps the most important lesson of all is this: leadership begins with mastering your own mind before trying to lead anyone else.